Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. Today you have myself, Captain Coop. We have Captain Brown with us, and we have the illustrious Captain Kvist. So, gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Major McFarland, the talent, could not join us today. He was kind of inundated with meeting after meeting after meeting. All the majors were have been that way. So today you guys get to suffer with the captains. Which Tony, thank you so much for the name, came up with at the last minute just before I started the show. He goes, "Let's call it the Captain's Corner."
Literally.
And man, you know what? That's really good. We got to go with it. So, thank you guys for joining us. Thunder, welcome. Actually able to be live for once. Yes, thanks for joining us. Gary, welcome. Appreciate you joining us today. So today, with the last minute change, I kind of decided to drag these two in with me, and we were going to talk a little bit about scheduling and just kind of re-up, I guess, on some of the points that we've hit on in the past with scheduling to kind of just bring it kind of back to everybody's front of mind. Because scheduling 450, 60 people is difficult on its own. So every now and then we got to remind you guys, hey, we're humans too, and we make mistakes. And every now and then the system itself is not cooperative with us. And so we want to just... remind you guys to be...
every now and then.
Yeah. Captain Kvist is over there going, yeah, 450. I got 40.
He's like, don't drag me in. Charles, thanks for joining us. So kind of talk a little bit about scheduling itself. As most of you who are our officers are aware, we are the three. Go to Tony real quick so you can see his beautiful face again. We are the three scheduling captains for Titan Protection. And so... we manage all of the schedules between all of us, whether it be full-time employees and PRN officers, through holidays, through extra event functions, last-minute additions by client needs, or anything and everything in between that is needed from and for Titan Protection when it comes to scheduling. With having 460, I think, is what we're at now, or thereabouts.
In the metro.
Huh?
In the metro.
In the greater metro area, not counting Omaha and St. Louis.
Right.
Which Chris would be affiliated with this as well, but he is in St. Louis, and I wasn't going to drag him here for this. We already dragged him here on Friday.
We got to figure out how to teams into this.
I actually need to look into that.
Yeah.
That's something we want to do in the future. It's possible. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Yep.
But so we wanted to bring this up and say a little bit kind of about that. When it comes to that stuff, if you guys are seeing the schedule when it's published out and there are questions or concerns or you put a time off in and it didn't get approved or whatever the case may be, if you guys ever have those, you guys have the email, which I'll give you today as well. Reach out to us, let us know so we can address it as fast as possible. Please keep in mind that when it comes to that, there are 450 of you to 4 of us, counting Chris.
Yep.
So sometimes it takes a little long. It might take us a few hours to get back to you on that, but we do respond as quickly as we can. So if you notice those and you have a question on it or something doesn't look right on your schedule, you are welcome to reach out to scheduling@tpcsecurity.com. Now, I know the lieutenants...
If you work for us.
Yes. If you're an employee of ours, that's what you use. If you're not, please don't be mean.
You can email us, but...
Please don't be mean. But for those of you who are working with us and working for us and you have a question, that's where you reach out to. I know Lieutenants made a huge push a while back to make sure that email was known, and it is being used. So thank you guys who are using it to continue to use that. And for those of you who don't know, now you know.
Well, that email is going to be a couple weeks out stuff.
Yes, that's not something as of right now.
If it's a shift tomorrow, call the lieutenant phone.
Yes.
There's nothing we can do at midnight.
Anything
over an email.
48 hours and in, call the lieutenant line.
Yep.
And then that will get you to either myself or Captain Brown or to one of the lieutenants on the weekend who can help address that. Anything 48 hours and more, reach out to that email.
Yep.
And if you're a PRN, reach out to me.
Yes. Tony can be reached 24/7. No, I'm just playing.
Yep.
Tony has his own little thing with the PRNs that he has for you guys. So, again, reach out to Tony. If Tony either can't answer or there's something going on, he will usually message you back. I've seen him do it. He's pretty good about it. And tell you who to call to make sure it gets addressed.
Night, so
Look at his face. He's so happy right now. But yeah, so there's that kind of stuff there.
And so will you.
Oh, I am.
Another reason we wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit is with holidays at the end of the year. We've got two really big ones: Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And New Year's.
And New Year's.
3. Yep.
No, I forgot about that one. Thank you.
Yeah, 4 if
actually.
you count day and eve.
Which one?
New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. 4.
I don't. Who counts New Year's Day? I count you New Year's.
The
Eve.
federal government.
That's the only one they actually count, is the day.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I count the eve.
You count the eve. The
Yeah.
federal government counts the day.
Difference of opinion.
When do we get holiday pay?
I think it's the day.
On the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always counted
4.
as eve. It's always been my thing. It's anything like my
No
birthday. I
one,
don't
everyone
take the eves
celebrates New Year's Eve. No one celebrates
Well,
New Year's Day.
Yeah, no one really
Except
celebrates
you.
New Year's Day.
Except you.
I don't celebrate New Year's Day.
You will this year.
No, I do. Yeah, no, none of us will celebrate it this year.
off. That's true. He's got a valid point.
That's right. We're working.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point.
So you only count it because weren't you on nights before you went salary? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you,
No, I was on days for the longest time, but I was on patrol, and that's when it counted.
Yeah, that's
for
when it
us.
counted was eve.
Yeah.
Because you would
But
get pay on
after-
the eve.
After that, I've only ever done the eve, because that's when I always run into the issues. As scheduling,
True.
the eve is when I run into the most
Got a
issues.
Y2K issue on it?
More than. Were you even old enough for that?
No.
That's painful.
Y2K was 99.
Devin, thanks for joining us. Dylan, welcome. Anyway, with these holidays coming up, it presents an. Shut up, the both of you.
You
I don't know
brought
why
us
I
here.
suffer this with these two. This is what it's like every day for me.
You brought us
Working
here.
with one child and two child. Like this is, and this one's older than me.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right.
Could you combine our ages and he would still be older than us?
I don't think he's that old. You're not that old.
Maybe.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Wait. Hold on.
Maybe.
No. I think I think combined we've got
I
you
think
beat.
it's-
Just by a couple of years.
Maybe. We'll do that math later.
Yeah.
Hold on. Watch this.
We're
I'm
100
gonna cut to you, and I'm gonna show you an age because that way they don't. What are you? You're 50.
I'm 50. I'm 58.
Oh, I was gonna be nice about it, but
Oh,
that's fine.
I'm okay.
Type your age. That's what I thought. The -1.
Oh,
You got us by a year.
By a year. All right. There's more knowledge there by a year.
By a year.
I've forgotten more.
I don't know. I've forgotten a lot. But so anyway, with the holidays coming up, there are going to be some sites that close down completely for a length of time. And where we really see this big is going to be the schools. All of our schools close down for winter break. They close down for
nonprofits.
Thanksgiving. Nonprofits close down for this time frame. So what we wanted to do is kind of to ask to be a little bit more forgiving with us during those times because we're going to have to shuffle schedules around.
As best as we can.
Exactly. A lot of the time in the past, I've run into, this site's closed, so I thought I had it off. And if that's what you want, that's fine, but you don't get paid. And so we don't want anybody to go without getting paid for that. And so usually we will reshuffle you on a new schedule that is as close to possible what you had, or you'll receive a phone call from us saying, hey, this is outside what you're used to doing. Are you okay doing it?
And that's where it's a little bit different with the PRNs is because with them is since they don't have a set place that they'll always work and they'll be working different place. Typically, if that is on your scheduled day, which for many it is, if I have that day available for you to work, you'll work it. If not,
And
you
that's
get
the difference between-
and you get lucky,
Yeah.
you'll have it off.
You either get the holiday off or you get the holiday pay.
Or you get the holiday pay. So so we're kind of going to see how that works this
There's
this
number
week.
one.
Nope. So, and that's the difference between the physical on-sites versus
Right.
the PRN stuff. When it comes to holidays and it comes to stuff like that, usually there's not you don't see as big a drop on your side than you do on our
Right.
side. And the reason being is sometimes we'll get on the holidays, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, New Year's, or whatever, there'll be a smaller pickup on your side generally because people want the coverage when their businesses are closed and they want to make sure that their
I
property is
do
safe
have
and stuff
some,
like that.
I was going through them today, calling clients and checking with whether their businesses were going to be open. And I do have a few that are closing. But like I say, there's a number because they are
Until
closed
you
that
get the
they still-
Christmas parties.
The Christmas parties
The
are.
Christmas is going to be a whole different story.
I think for you, it's summer and Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanksgiving, a little bit different. It's
Yeah,
a day after.
it's a different
It's
type of
the
holiday.
big- yeah, Thanksgiving is like, a lot of places will close. Not
Yeah.
all of them, but a lot of them will. But yeah, Christmas, that's going to be busy.
Yeah. And so keep that in mind. Again, if your site is closed during that time frame and you're interested in working a PRN site, let us know. We'll get with Captain Kvist and we'll talk to them to see what's available, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, whatever. And you're interested in something, please always remember you can let us know and we'll always say, hey, do you have anything extra? Do you need any other help? Because we've got someone who's willing to work. For those of you who aren't interested in that and maybe want to do other things, just let us know. Because more than likely, for those of you who have it, specifically the school officers, you will probably be receiving a phone call. I've already reached out to a couple of you guys, and you guys have either picked up stuff or we've worked around what you guys wanted to work around. We've gotten it to work. And so keep that in mind. What we ask for is just a little bit of forgiveness and a little bit of play because we want to rearrange the schedule and we want to make sure that you guys get your hours.
Yep.
None of us
Right.
as scheduling and none of us as a company want anybody to go without unless they want to.
Right.
And even then, it makes all of us nervous because it just does. It has for years for me. I get anxiety, and I'm pretty sure I get an ulcer during Thanksgiving and Christmas. But like I said, we just ask for a little bit of forgiveness on there for that. To kind of go along with that, please, I'm going to mention it again. I know I mentioned it on Friday. The holiday party is coming up. The deadline for that, I believe, is mid next week to respond to that email.
Couple days left.
I think it's this.
I think it's Saturday.
I think so too. If you haven't responded to the email and you plan on going to the Christmas party, please respond to the email and RSVP to one of the 2 days. It's the 3rd and the 7th. That's all listed in the email, times, dates, locations, the whole 9 yards. Please make sure you respond to that. It is extremely important for making sure that we have everything we need for it. So please, 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 if you haven't already done it, and again, I am the absolute worst about it, and I just did mine Friday because April was mad at me. Apparently, Tony's worse than I am. Brown, have you responded to it?
Yeah, like a week and a half ago. What are you
Aren't
two
you
doing?
special?
I was busy.
I was too.
Some
I
of us
actually- I
were
forg-
scheduling.
Okay.
Some of us were doing something.
I was checking my email.
I have no excuse.
part
I
of my-
actually forgot.
Work routine. So
I actually had it marked and everything. I was like, don't forget. And I
he had it flagged and pinned at the top of his email.
had it flagged, didn't have it pinned. I had flagged though. I was actually scrolling through and I saw it and I was like, ooh. I was like, and I made mention of it Friday and I walked back and I told April, I was like, hey, I made mention. And she goes, have you done it yet? And I just like, no.
Yeah.
I think I'll be
Tony
right.
only did it today because she brought it up again.
Probably.
That's exactly why.
And I was also told to do it.
Let's see.
By
Devin
April?
Huh?
Going back real quick. Looking forward to Track Tick and Paycor. I'll go over a little bit of that today here in a little bit. Let's see. Suzanne says the baby captain. We know who she's referring to. Devin's defending you guys, says they're not children. They're just adults living their best life. No, they're children.
Exactly.
They're absolutely
Devin.
children.
Yeah.
Trust me, you work with them for 8 hours. You'll understand.
Who throws more tantrums?
Oh, hell with both of you. I do not.
I do too. You're throwing one now.
I'm muting you. I do not.
I don't.
I'm sorry. Coming from the guy who's trying to stroke out McFarland, I do not.
That's not.
That's a
throwing,
tantrum.
No, that's not throwing a tantrum. That's having fun.
That's a tantrum. I see children throw tantrums for fun all the time. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but I only started doing it after
No, he's
you
testing-
stopped.
No, he tests boundaries.
No, that's a tantrum.
No, I push the envelope. I don't test boundaries. I know the boundaries. I push the envelope.
He wholeheartedly knows the line and is 6
Over the
foot
boundary.
over
Yes,
it. He's like, oh, there's a line. I'm gonna put my foot there.
I've already tested those. I know where it's at.
He does it intentionally. It's a
Oh,
tantrum.
absolutely. I do it intentionally. I would not call it a tantrum, though.
Devin, I'm a little hurt. He goes, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised they're only a year younger when you combine the age. I'm a little hurt because I know that's reflective of me. That's not fair. Let's see. Suzanne says she's always happy to take the extra hours. And that, if you guys are always interested in overtime, you're welcome to reach out. We've always got overtime available. Devin, there are 5 captains, right?
1, 2, 3.
4.
Voss.
And Chris. 5.
Yes. Yes, there's only 5.
It's Roman.
Roman's never had a rank.
Okay.
Roman's always been an admin because he doesn't. When he goes into the field, it's more of a administrative role than it is anything else.
There. So yeah, it's 5.
Beatty, have you still not received the email? I will get with April and make sure that that gets sent today for you.
Beatty, you're only invited if your wife brings cookies.
No, don't say that. Beatty, you're invited.
Lots of cookies.
You're invited regardless.
And Voss requires a cheesecake as well.
Yeah, there's 5 of us. I will not forget about you, Dylan. Let's see. I don't know how to spell. I don't know how to say that name. Brown, look at that one. Rager. It sounds like
VR?
Rage VR.
Yeah. Something like that.
Welcome. Just want to make sure I screw up names all the time. I'm horrible about it. I'm going to the office right now. Beatty, I will get it sent to you as soon as the podcast is over. I'll do you one better.
Beatty, are you bringing cookies?
Shut up, Brown. Keep them.
That's a valid question.
Keep them entertained.
No, it
don't
is a
help
valid
him.
question. Every time he comes to the office,
I'm
there are
messaging
sweets.
April right now for you, Beatty.
There are sweets every time he comes to the
The
office.
camera's on you, by the way, so you can keep entertained.
Ha!
I was going to say he's staring at me. You're not doing a good job, are you?
Tony looks lost. That's not unusual, though.
I'm messaging her right now.
It's only Monday and I'm done with you.
Me or him?
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that one.
Yet you're going to deal with me all
All
week.
week. Yeah.
All right. I messaged her for you. He says he's cookieless.
I don't know if he's allowed on the second floor then. I took away his badge access on that, so.
All right. Let's see. Suzanne says only the people I like get cookies. That's true. That's why I don't think Brown's gotten any.
Didn't we have to give her cookies?
You-
Yeah. You and
That was
McFarland
different.
had to give her cookies.
Well, yeah, that was different. It's because we'd forgotten about her.
Yeah.
That was our apology. It's different.
Didn't I have to deliver said cookies?
I think so. Anyway,
Kelly?
Yes, Tony.
Yeah.
you got something to say, Tony?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Look at that face he's giving him, everybody. Just look at that face. You can just tell he's completely over it.
Can we move on?
This is great. No, he doesn't. Brown does not get cookies, Suzanne. Beatty says he's coming to see Kvist.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Are you bringing Kvist cookies?
He said he's cookieless. He already mentioned that.
Sounds like you'll make a stop.
It's making us all want cookies.
Yep.
Dragon. Every one of us, unfortunately. Yeah, so other than that, I don't really have anything else for that. I just really wanted to kind of say that, give us a little bit of leeway on that with the holidays. And to let us know if you guys ever have questions or anything. We're always available to help you guys out with that stuff. Just let us know. We can't help unless we know that there's an issue. If there's a question, comment, and if we don't know, there's nothing we can do about it. So other than that, I don't have anything. You guys have anything?
Store employees watch your hours for the holidays.
Yep.
Some stores are not
Some stores
all
are.
the way closed.
Yep.
Right. Or they'll be closing early.
They're closed. Most of them
Yeah.
are going to be closing early, so keep an eye. So if you usually get off at 2, a lot of them are closing at like 1.
Yeah.
So there might be slight differences to your schedules.
So keep an eye on that. Usually what'll happen is
officers that work.
Yep.
there'll be a couple of stores that are open longer. There'll be a couple of stores that are closing.
Yeah.
Just keep your eye on the hours for the week of Thanksgiving when it's published. And we will be publishing that one out a little earlier than normal.
Thursday.
We're going to try and get it out Wednesday.
Right. And like for the PRNs, as usual, I know that the schedule will sit there and come out, and you'll see that notification. As always, I'll send you my message out to you all like I usually do on Friday. So until Friday, but for all PRNs, your schedule's not officially done until then.
Okay. So other than that, that's all I have. We'll cut over to the weather real quick, and then we'll let you guys get back to enjoying your day. So for the weather, we're looking at 41 tonight. Ooh, it'll be chilly.
I don't know
What
what
was
I'm
that?
making for dinner.
Looking at
I really wish we had a green screen because I'd love to do that.
and just stand up like that. We're not that fancy yet. I'll put that in the budget.
Yeah, that's in the budget.
Let's do that because I want to do that.
Tuesday, we're looking at 68 and sunny. Wednesday, we're looking at 70 and sunny. Thursday is 68 with cloudy. Friday is 56. Ooh,
That would have been
Is there
a
a
good
game?
football. No, the last game
Yeah.
was last
Yeah,
Friday.
Last Friday.
Was it Friday?
Yeah, Lee Summit lost out.
We have Saturday at 64, mostly sunny. Sunday is 60 with showers. Monday is 54 with showers, so expect some rain at the beginning of next week. 52 on Tuesday, 49 on Wednesday, 48 on Thursday, and 45 on Friday.
It's
so
actually
it's
been
starting
a
to get
relatively
cooler.
Yeah, well, that
mild
answers my
fall
question.
So far.
What?
My family does the Thanksgiving 5K every year. I was debating on whether or not I was going to do that
When
this
did
year.
it? When?
It's in the morning.
Like on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
No.
They do it on the old Sprint campus.
Do you walk it or run it?
I used to run it, and then my knees got bad.
You're not even
now
that
you-
old.
So now you just watch it.
So now,
now you just watch it.
oh no! Since I moved out of my parents' house, it's optional.
No.
I've done it most years since, but 48 degrees. I don't think I'm going to wake up that early and go out in 40
What's
degree
wrong with
weather.
waking up early and going
No.
for a walk?
Nothing's wrong with waking up early, but in that weather, to pay to do it.
I wake up early every morning.
Yeah, but to pay.
Yeah, but
to
you're
go
like
walk
me. You're a
3
glutton for
miles.
punishment.
You know,
Just
he's just
saying.
old.
That has nothing to do with it.
It
goes to bed.
100% does.
Well, maybe a little bit.
I mean,
I say because he goes to bed at the same time I do.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I get up
11:30,
at 3:30.
12.
No, I get up. Oh, I
No.
get way earlier than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
No, he
I get up
eats
at
dinner
3:30 in the morning.
5.
Oh, so you're probably down by 7:30 is your bedtime.
About 7:30 or 8.
I was trying to make an old person joke, and he just like walked right into it. He was like
Yeah,
happy
he-
about it.
Fully
own
owns it.
I'll own it, every bit of it,
How do you go to bed at 7:30?
because I get up at 3:30.
So
Yeah,
Why do you get up at 3:30?
I don't like it.
That's the glutton for punishment.
all we need is him to start running in the mornings, and he'd be.
I do.
Oh no, he started. He started.
Seriously? You're sadistic.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, but no, to pay to go run 3 miles
I'm not
in
paying.
40
5.
degree weather.
5.
A 5K is 3.2 miles.
Oh, 5K?
Yes, 5K.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. 3 miles in
No.
40 degree weather and to pay to do it. Not worth
Devin says Kvist has the older, wiser vibe to him.
it. Oh yeah.
That makes him just randomly glare across the room. It's not random, dude. It's not random
not
at all.
random
It's
whatsoever.
all day.
You remember
You can
those
just walk into his
boundaries?
office and look in the door, and he's just random. He's just glaring at the wall, and you're like, "You good?" And he just looks over. What? Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want to say he's quite there yet. Yet.
See. Devin says, "Make it colder. Got to burn those calories off. You're gonna eat late for dinner." Oh, I did want to say something. Every year for Thanksgiving, I've
yeah.
done this for
Yep.
years and years, and I'm doing it again this year. Every year for Thanksgiving, for those of you officers that are working during the time that you would normally be eating with your family. So usually the officers who work in the afternoon, and stuff like that. I provide you guys dinner. So we will have a supervisor or a patrol officer driving from site to site who is working during those time frames, and you will be getting a Thanksgiving dinner, and it's a full Thanksgiving dinner: turkey, ham, all the sides,
God, the patrol
pie.
car smells so good after that.
Yeah, for like 2 days, and then it
2
smells
days
like
in.
normal again.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just keep that in mind, guys. For those of you who have to work during that time, we do provide you a Thanksgiving dinner. I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of on something like that. It's one of the few times that we can get away with it, and so I wanted to make sure. I did it once as a gesture, just to see if I could, and it turned out so well that we just kind of started doing it forever and ever. So just keep that in mind for those of you working on Thanksgiving. There's at least an upside to it. So, Susan says, I'm looking forward to the food. It's always been great.
Yes.
Gary, anybody who is working, so whether that be Lawrence, whether that be anywhere, if you're working on Thanksgiving during the time you would normally be eating dinner,
When did
What
you
I'm-
start doing that, Coop?
this will be year 6.
Year 6.
And I legit just did it on a whim. I went up and asked for permission to go buy dinner, and everybody was like, why? And I was like, because they're working. they're like, that's a really good idea. Let's see how it turns out. And it turned out the car came back with like two plates of food left.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, what do we do with it? And I was like, well, patrol can figure out who gets what's left.
Yep.
And then every year after that, I wound up getting enough for patrol officers as well, since it's one of those. But it turned out so well that we just decided it was going to be a thing from now on.
Yep.
And so
It was a great idea.
went for the first one. I asked for permission, and I've never asked for permission. I just go out and get it from now on because it turned out so well. No, so I make the supervisors or patrol do it because I want to make sure that the supervisors who are working are getting one, they're getting the dinner themselves. Two, it all fits in one car, and I don't need two people to deliver it, and only two people would fit. As long as there's not enough
That's
drinks.
a lot of food.
It's a lot.
The back
it takes
seats
it
go
the entire
down.
it takes up the entire. The back seats go forward. It takes up the entirety of the back of the
Yeah,
car.
so.
And then usually if I can fit the drinks in on the back, then in the back I do. If not, they go in the passenger seat up front. So
No, we stopped.
generally
that
there's only enough
patrol
room for
car.
one person. But no, I have them deliver it because I was the first to do it. I did it the first 3 years.
It's rite of passage.
And then I passed it on to the next supervisor, and now they do it. So one, it gets the supervisor out to see the employees who are working. Two, it provides the dinner for those officers that are working in that time frame. And it kind of I think it goes better with the supervisor or patrol officer doing it because it adds a little bit of humanity to it and just lets everybody see, hey, you're working, we're working.
Yep.
And so
We're
it
right
just
there
adds a
with
bit
you.
to it. So, but other than that, we appreciate it, guys. It's been a phenomenal show.
Had to get
It was
in
a
there.
pretty good weekend too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
No,
a
it was a good weekend.
little on the cooler side, still a little on the one, not too cold though.
No.
Yeah. Next week's 54 is going to be
Actually,
great.
this weekend was really nice. Yesterday
yeah.
was beautiful.
Well, I wish that nice weather was on Friday night, but
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
it was a little chilly.
Yeah. but it wasn't-
After
it
like
wasn't
hour
horrible.
4,
I had the windows open. What are you talking about? It's great.
when we were out at a football game.
That's not my problem.
Yeah. And it actually.
It got a little chilly after hour 4.
I could see it, but you're standing out in the elements. You're not,
Yeah.
you're the only warmth you guys have is really moving around. So,
And we were.
Oh yeah.
was there a wind chill?
Depends on where you were at. 'Cause
Yeah.
I spent some time up in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I got a little bit up there, but the way that stadium's set up, it's kind of hard to get the wind
Okay.
to get you unless you're up in the stands.
So we were pretty active. So
Oh yeah, we were.
Good. Well, perfect. We're going to let you guys get to it and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And thank you guys so much for everything you do. It allows us to continue to do stuff like this and for us to make fools of ourselves. So thank you. We appreciate it. I can't tell you enough how much we do. Other than that, I'll let you guys get back to enjoying your Monday, and we will catch you guys on Friday. Stay safe, stay warm, and remember, hydration is key. It is the day before, not the day of. Thanks, guys.
Bye guys.
bye.